Horikoshi, everybody besides me owes you an apology, man. This is undoubtedly one of the greatest endings to a manga I have ever seen in my lifetime. Horikoshi, this is a perfect prime example on why we just need to let these boys work, man. If you didn't know, volume 43 of My Hero got leaked. I think it comes out like December 4th or something like that. It's way in the future. And he completely surprised me in so many ways, fixed this ending, confirmed so many things. This is how you fucking write an ending, Horikoshi. He just didn't have enough pages to work with. First, I want to talk about my reading comprehension. Now, in my last video I made about My Hero, I was talking about the ending. I was talking about what I liked about it, what I disliked about it. I thought I was being fair. I did say I liked it. It was pretty good, but it was lackluster in some aspects. And I predicted everything that would happen in this chapter right here. I mean, volume. I'm sorry. Everything I said that was lacking, Horikoshi wrote up. First, I want to talk about the big old thing. Is Deku and Uraraka, man. Now, if you have the fucking reading comprehension more than a goldfish, you would realize that Deku and Uraraka were just always destined to be, man. Them boys were always flirting, always only looking at each other. It is so painfully obvious to me that I can't believe there's other people that Deku should be with somebody else or Uraraka should be with anybody else. I don't think you're a real person, and I just don't even consider you human. I saw some people crashing out too. All these TikToks, all these copes are funny as hell. Just keep entertaining me is all I gotta say. But this is one of the best endings and best conclusions to a relationship I have ever seen. First, we have these panels right here. So the biggest point I brought up in my last video was that I hated how the toga fight was basically useless, and that I believe the toga fight was all about Uraraka's character development, putting on fake smiles, not showing any emotion just to be strong, not letting herself be vulnerable is what I'm trying to say here. But the fight with Toga, she finally learned that she could just let it all out. That's why she admitted she loved Deku. That whole fight was just Uraraka learning to just open up to people, drop that mask that she's always been wearing this entire time. While Toga can hide as other people, Uraraka was the one truly wearing the mask this entire time. And in this fight, she learned that she can just let it all out. And Horikoshi brought it back full circle. Uraraka always thought of Toga because she felt bad she couldn't save her. It was like a guilty conscience that she let somebody die that she considered a friend, or that she wanted to save at least bare minimum. And the fact that at the end, Toga, the one in her mind, lets her be, says to Uraraka, go be happy with Deku. Go show him what you are feeling. That is some beautiful fucking writing, Horikoshi. And this is what I said in my last video. What the whole Toga fight was building up to was a confession. I predicted it perfectly. And it was so beautifully done, you know, Toga pushing Uraraka towards Deku to finally let herself be open towards him. And Deku as well. Deku always looking at her. This is one of my favorite panels right here. Deku's just staring at Uraraka, but not only that, everybody else is blurry in the shot. He only has eyes for her. Oh my god, that is that's poetic justice right there. That's some beautiful ass drawing. How Deku, it's another little parallel of him running after her. They're always running after each other. And then that moment, them blushing together. Uraraka bringing him his hero suit. I think one of the funniest parts about this whole thing is that Bakugo is the best wingman ever. Deku was gonna hide his feelings again, but Bakugo said to Deku, he's like, hey, what the fuck is you doing here, man? That's gonna be the one that gets away. And Bakugo pushed Deku to go confront Uraraka and confess to her. Horikoshi knew what he was doing with this. All you fucking weird ass BKDK people, Brody did a LeBron James and fucking dunked all over y'all asses. That's just crazy. And then we got this last shot right here. Them blushing, just talking. These cute ass panels. Them just walking together. And then the last page, the last ever panel of My Hero Academia is them holding hands, man. That is some beautiful ass shit. If you actually read the story, this is what it was all building up to but towards them. And it was beautifully written. Yeah, Bakugo pushing Deku again, helping him in life as he always has. Toga fight actually meant something now. Like I said in my previous video, I'm just high reading comprehension like nobody else. Nobody got it like me. And I've seen a lot of people coping saying that this isn't romantic or anything. Just shut the fuck up, man. Again, if you have the reading comprehension of a goldfish, not only are they holding hands, but just look at them. If you think that's a friend, that's a sibling, I'm sorry, but you're delusional. It's such a great romance, man. They always pushed each other, always motivated each other, made each other greater. It's just so beautiful, man. And that last panel of them just holding hands. I always knew there wasn't going to be a kiss or anything like that. That's just too explicit, or that's just like too much. But I think that is the most perfect way for them. They're not built on lust or anything weird like that. It's just two people with a deep understanding of each other and just love each other, man. Uraraka looks like La Dime. Hoo-wee! Deku's eating good is all I can say. But this, Horikoshi, you fucking worked with these two, man. Congratulations. Now, all I gotta wait is just for Luffy and Nami. Hey. Don't get it twisted. That's gonna be A1, but this can be A2. Actually, this can be A3. Momo and Okurun, that shit's A2 right there. Or Sabo Koala, I don't know. But this was really good. Perfect conclusion in my opinion. Then we have the rest of the ending. The rest of the ending is just so great as well. We get another shot of all Class 1A as heroes. That just looks greatness. They're all working together. Shota looks good. Deku looks good. It's just so great, man. Uraraka and Deku being confirmed in such a beautiful way makes this ending worth it. It makes everything else seem irrelevant. Class 1A is back together again. Japan is doing better. We got to see all of the time skip heroes like the bunny rabbit one and Mount Lady. It's just so beautiful. It came together perfectly well. And maybe I'll make a second video going even more in depth about this whole thing when we get to actually the full chapters, because it's just leaks right now, but that's like the main leaks that have come out. Is the Deku and Uraraka stuff. But the fact that everything I said about came true, there's also like another talk with Baku and Deku going here. Probably just talking about like them as a childhood, seeing how far they came along, how they pushed each other to be the greatest. Even though I think Bakugo's like not even top 10 pro heroes. I think that was revealed. He's not even top 10. Brody's lacking. One of the strongest quirks in the series and he's lacking. It's probably because Deku's not there to push him anymore. He just lost interest. I think kind of like Endeavor too, but I could be wrong about that. I feel like Endeavor, without like All Might being number one to push himself harder, he just kind of fell off. We have some other good stuff. I think like Jiro, I think that's her name. Again, I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched My Hero. You have like the time quirk dude. Yeah, so much good shit about this ending. Whenever this fully comes out, I'm definitely gonna make a new video about this. But I just wanted to talk about just this perfect ass ending. Them only having eyes for each other. Deku running towards Uraraka. And I love how everybody else is grayed out. It is like it's only them two in the world. And they're sharing one of the best moments you can have. If you don't love this, you're not a fan of My Hero. You're a fan of fan fiction. You need to actually read the story and be real with yourself for once. If you don't think this ending's great, if you don't think this ending's peak, if you want to change who got out with who, or some other shit, I believe you're not a fan of My Hero Academia, not a fan of manga. You're just a fan of your own headcanons. You're a fan of just wanting to be different. Stop it, please. Because this is everything I wanted it to be, and more. Thank you, Horikoshi. You made one of my top 5 anime/mangas. Drew arguably the most beautiful manga/art week to week. I mean, just the quality of the art alone, this shit should just go in a museum. I remember I just started watching My Hero because my cousin was watching season 5, like the Class 1A versus Class 1B or whatever. I was like, that looks pretty interesting. Started from season 1, and Deku instantly became one of my favorites. He made such a great protagonist, such a great duo antagonist, such a great love interest and dynamic with those two. A great Class 1A group, some perfect ass villains, Shigaraki all for one. All Might, one of the best student-teacher relationships I've ever seen in a manga. So many ups and downs, such a great story, and you wrapped it up beautifully. And all I can say is thank you. Thank you for inspiring me to actually go into this world, because without you, I probably would have stopped at just Death Note. But I was like, you know what, this seems interesting, and all I can say is thank you, man. Because without you, I would have never discovered peak fiction. Without you, we would have never had Deku, and just some of the greatest pieces of manga art I've ever seen. Such a great system, inspired millions of people, and it's crazy how it's all coming to an end. Thank you, Horikoshi. You should go down as one of the greatest to ever pick up a pen in history.